security.
Attention Twitter staff.
Hey, it's Jesus.
Please give me your full attention. After my recent ultimatum, those who could come to work but did not come to work, their resignations have been accepted. It has been determined that those of you who remain have the potential for greatness. All Twitter offices will soon be locked down and your passes disabled. Now it is time to separate the weak from the hardcore. Resignation accepted.
Holy moly, news is breaking fast and furiously. I'll be uploading this video even before, like earlier than normal. I've got 3 or 4 videos as stories develop at Twitter. I've also got an epic Ethan Klein meltdown for you today. All I ask is that if you haven't yet, if you're just a lurker, make today the day you subscribe. There's a button down below, whether you're watching on YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, or Rumble. Doesn't bother me at all. All I ask is that you subscribe. I know you might have to create an account, and that's a pain, but I would greatly appreciate it. So yesterday's 5 p.m. deadline came and went, and millions of Twitter employees quit. Everybody quit. The building was a smoldering pile of rubble. Twitter went down. Everything, it was all over. Ha 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 ha. Elon Musk lost 44 billion. Oh, wait, none of that happened? Oh, well, if you read Twitter, that's what basically everyone who hates Elon Musk and credentialed journalists were all saying. They were saying, oh my God, it's chaos. Everybody's gone. There were still 3,500 or so employees at Twitter when the ultimatum got pushed out. And I said from the beginning that this was on purpose. You do a big fat layoff first. That's your hard cut. And then you follow through on soft cuts. What he's actually doing is calling whaling. I'll explain that in a video later, actually. This is all on purpose. Like, he gave an unreasonable timeline for the Twitter Blue thing because he wanted to figure out who could actually cut the mustard. We'll get into that. But Twitter locked staff out of offices until next week. A message seen by the BBC. Workers were told that offices would reopen Monday, November 21st. It did not give a reason for the move. The announcement comes amid reports that a, quote, large number of staff were quitting after new Elon Musk called on them to sign up for, quote, long hours at high intensity or leave. The message went on to say, please continue to comply with company policy by refraining from discussing confidential company information on social media, with press or elsewhere. The reports have been met with consternation from unions, with prospect that the Union for Tech Workers asking Twitter UK to meet regarding the treatment of its employees. Quote, we will not let these makings of a digital P&O pass unchecked, said Mike Clancy, General of Secretary of Prospect. We are urgently seeking a meeting with Twitter UK to discuss how it will manage its collective redundancy consultation, ensure fair and transparent process, and meet its duty of care of legal obligations. Employee rights are admittedly much better in Europe for the detriment or for the, in some cases it's better, some cases worse. But the reports were, here you say, nobody left in chain of command. There are signs that large numbers of workers have resigned because they have not accepted Mr. Musk's new terms. One former Twitter employee who wished to remain anonymous told the BBC, I think the dust clears today. There's probably going to be less than 2,000 people left. Great. I 100% believe that Elon has a number closer to 1,000 for total employees in his head. I mean, if you think about it, between the 4,000 contract workers they had, the 7,600, was it 7,600? I think it was 75 or 7,600 salaried employees they have. They cut 3,000 contract workers. They then cut 3,500 salary workers, and nothing has changed on the website. if another 1,500 walked yesterday, so what? That's what Elon wanted. Like, if you don't see that, I don't know what to tell you. You might just not have been in the corporate America world, which is a lot of people. You might be too young, or you might just not have seen this kind of thing before. But this is what Elon wanted. Like, does anybody understand that? Like, he wanted thousands more people to quit. He wanted them to self-identify. They fell right into his trap. And then like all these people on Twitter are like, oh my God, like some of these reactions are great. We'll go through them. Here's Ben Collins, a reporter for NBC. For what it's worth, I don't think there will be a big apocalyptic day after tomorrow style moment where Twitter ends. The glitches have already piled up. People who left are predicting outages. But most importantly, it's unclear how the company is going to make money now. Bro, they just cut hundreds of millions of dollars in payroll. They're probably already close to profitable just for doing that. And also, again, reporter for NBC, is there somewhere where they said Twitter was going to stop selling ads? No. Okay, so Twitter's going to make money the same way they always have, selling ads. It's like people, this is the problem with the check mark, right? Like, that's a verified journo who's just lying. Here's Zoe Schiffer, who has somebody on the inside at Twitter and has been providing updates. New. Twitter just alerted employees that effective immediately, all office buildings are temporarily closed and badge access is suspended. No details as to why. Really? Again, you're a reporter. You couldn't possibly figure out why maybe you would need to close the doors. You just had 1,500 people get fired. Okay, allegedly, right? Do you want them coming back into the building over the weekend? No. Do you want them to have access to systems? No. There are a lot of people that quit that are going to be filled with regret. In particular, a lot of these morons that were posting these videos, like here's a video, and it's like, here, watch soy evaporate from cringe Twitter employees as they celebrate being fired.
30 seconds left. 35 seconds.
You have like an atomic clock.
Oh, he's got his thing. Everybody here, we're all about to get
5 people
fired from Twitter.
Is this supposed to be a big deal?
I've been here 9 years and 9 months now. Same with you.
Right.
How long were you here?
4 years.
4 years?
2 months.
9 years and a month.
Oh, were you not moving?
No, he was after. Wait.
Oh, 10 seconds.
10, 9,
Like,
8, 7, 6.
they're not even joining him.
5, 4,
Uh-oh.
3, 2, 1.
0.
Happy New Year! Yay! Hooray! That's a lot of pomp and circumstance.
All right, let's go see where I'm at.
Okay.
Wow, you got fired. You got fired in literally the worst economy. And oh, by the way, you know what this video just did? Every job that these clowns go and apply for, they're going to get to say, yeah, I was told I had to work hard, and so I quit. I don't know if that's going to play out for you. And like, when you upload these videos and things like that, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'll get a lot of likes and retweets. I hope they pay the mortgage. Now, there's undoubtedly, okay, I don't want to be like, look, there's undoubtedly a significant portion of these Twitter employees that are choosing to quit that are fine financially. I'm sure of it because they were getting paid enormous salaries to literally not work for how many years. So I assume they're 100% fine financially, but there will be, remember, Facebook just laid off 11,000 people. They're going to lay off another bunch in early next year, I would suspect. Stripe laid off 20% of their people. Patreon made a cut. All these Silicon Valley companies are not hiring right now. They are firing. And we still have 2 more years of building back better. I don't suspect Silicon Valley will be hiring many people. Now, Twitter might actually turn out to be hiring after this because they need to find people that are actually willing to work hard. I said, Elon Musk, how do you make a small fortune in social media? Start out with a large one. And you see like Cernovich again, right? Elon deeply. Oh, and there's more to that thread. That's what I needed to say. Sorry. Offices will reopen November 21st. In the meantime, please continue. Whatever. So far, no Twitter employees have been deactivated. Even those who've publicly resigned, Musk and his team only collected the list of Yes's employees who said they want to be part of Twitter 2.0. They're still trying to track out who isn't. Well, there may be people that, maybe the click didn't come through or whatever. There's a funny meme like Alex Cohen. I was laid off from Twitter this afternoon. I was in charge of managing badge access to Twitter offices. Elon just called me and asked if I could come back to help them regain access to headquarters as they shut off all badges and accidentally locked themselves out. That's pretty funny. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have a little bit of wildness, real crazy wildness. AOC, shout out to all the workers at Twitter. You built such a vital place. Millions of people appreciate it. And then Elon says, "You're welcome." I mean, it's so good. People are like, "Oh my God, Elon's freaking out. He's losing it all." No, he isn't, and he didn't underestimate anything. I've told you before, and I've said it again. I think the initial number I said was like 2,000 employees, but the more and more I see and the more and more educated I get from developers, this place doesn't need thousands of employees. It just doesn't. He knows that. Now, he can't come in there and just fire 80%. What you do is you fire a bunch, then you call the rest of the people that don't want to work hard, and then you take everyone who said, "I'm willing to bust my chops to work hard." You give them a little bit more money, you give them a little bit more responsibility, and you plug all the holes. It's really not that complicated. Word inside Twitter is a lot of employees are not saying yes to staying at Musk's extremely hardcore Twitter 2.0. He has been meeting today with engineers to convince them to stay. His deadline to decide to stay or leave expired 6 minutes ago. Twitter Slack currently has hundreds of employees giving the salute emoji, meaning they've decided not to stay for Musk's 2.0 cultural reset. The company had just under 3,000 employees remaining before the deadline to say yes. Hearing from multiple employees that the odds of Twitter breaking in the near future are very high. Okay. We are collecting departing Twitter employee messages from company Slack and public tweets here. So hundreds. I mean, okay. I'm hearing the number of Twitter resignations today is likely over 1,000, though unclear if they are all posting that decision. Some teams, such as the engineering team that manages Twitter core system libraries, are completely gone now. Hundreds upon hundreds of Twitter's employees have technically resigned, but still have access to Twitter's internal systems, with some speculating it's because employees tasked with managing the access have also resigned. Again, Elon sends things to space and lines them on a floating barge in the ocean. All right. He's going to fly in a bunch of Tesla engineers that aren't already there, or SpaceX engineers, and get it all figured out. Will there be bumps in the road? Sure. And that's what we're going to report on today and probably through the weekend. I really appreciate you tuning in, and we'll talk to you again real soon.